Data shows that disasters have become a leading cause of forced displacement globally. Out of 40.5 million new displacement in 2021, the highest figure in a decade, 30.7 million people were displaced by disasters around the world. Across the Middle East and North Africa region, damages and losses from disasters are on the rise. While the absolute number of disasters around the world has almost doubled since the 1980s, the average number of natural disasters in the MENA region has almost tripled over the same period. The region has proven increasingly vulnerable to hazards such as water scarcity, rising sea levels, flooding, land degradation, and increases in temperature. In Sudan, for example, flooding in 2020 affected more than 870,000 people and destroyed or damaged over 111,000 houses. Against this backdrop, climate change has acted as a threat multiplier, increasing the frequency and intensity of disasters and significantly impeding progress toward achievement of sustainable development goals. At least 85% of the global population has experienced weather events made worse by climate change, while projections suggest that MENA economies and livelihoods will be the second most affected by climate change. IOM and disaster risk management programming builds on 3 decades of operational and policy work in countering risk drivers and responding to mobility challenges in disaster situations. Our disaster risk reduction work aligns with the Sendai framework priorities and strives to build the capacity of states and other actors in preventing and managing disasters and associated displacement, as well as integrating mobility dimensions in broader resilience building efforts. From 2019-2020, IOM managed over 83 disaster risk reduction projects in 43 countries, serving more than 6,200,000 persons with support. IOM also provided capacity building training to over 85,000 community members, 7,000 government officials, and 3,000 civil society representatives. In the MENA region, this includes the provision of disaster risk reduction and emergency preparedness, capacity building, and planning with government entities, local communities, and civil society, and support to rural communities to better manage the natural resources and enhance climate-smart agricultural practices, among others. IOM has also contributed toward the soon-to-be-released IOM DRR Regional Assessment Report on disaster risk reduction in the Arab region, writing on the interaction between conflict, fragility, and disasters. In line with the theme of this year's International Day for Disaster Risk Reduction, to enhance international cooperation, IOM will continue its commitment to operationalizing the humanitarian, development, and peace-building nexus with all relevant partners, realizing the commitments that have been made toward increased synergies requires meaningful and constructive changes in the way we work, enhancing partnerships around coherent risk management frameworks at the regional, national, and local levels.